Hi there, Virgo. Welcome to a tarot reading for the first week in May 2025. It's Raina here. So, this is going to be a simple 3-card spread. Okay. The heart of the matter is the Two of Swords. This can be being, for some reason, um, of two minds about a certain decision, indecisive. And there might be things that are kind of, this deck shows thoughts which are connected to swords or communication as black birds, especially the more challenging ones. I wouldn't say the Two of Swords is a challenging card overall of all the swords cards, but it can indicate that somebody is torn between two things in making a decision. So it might be something that is kind of bothering the person, I suppose. And so whenever you see a two, it can be some issue of duality, maybe it can even be like two people that the person is contending with, or they are split on an issue. They're not sure which direction they want to go in. In the past position, this kind of is leading up to that. We have the Hermit card. So the Hermit card can indicate solitude, but it's really about soul searching. And in some cases, this can be issues surrounding, what is best for me, especially if you have had any kind of spiritual awakening, or you think that you are going through something like that currently. That can totally change a person's priorities and make them less likely to want to do certain things where in the past, whereas in the past they were, totally down with that. So what the reason I'm saying this is because this can be a situation where even with relationships, like for instance, you have there have been triggers to your relationship house, and this came last September when we had a lunar eclipse in your opposite sign of Pisces, and even this past March, you had a lunar eclipse in your sign, and that aspected the seventh house too, because that it meant an opposition with the sun. So, with these triggers to the seventh house can come relationship matters and changes. And, especially if, for instance, that lunar eclipse could still be affecting you right now, even though it was back in March. And when it is in your own sign, you can really feel this need to kind of reevaluate things, because there might be some major thing ending in your life, and you have to kind of be able to make sense of it or adapt to it, anything like that. So I would say both of these, for the first two cards that I've picked, really speak about maybe the mental energy and the spiritual contemplation, I would call it, that you have been doing recently. The outcome card is the Emperor, and this is kind of the goal, which is to become more of the powerful force in your own life. The Emperor sometimes can be like a judge, making a decision. Like if you are, for instance, if you're separated from someone and you are thinking of like, yeah, do I want to get divorced or don't I want to get divorced? That might be what your Two of Swords is telling you. The Emperor to me would say that there's more of a likelihood of that being the what do you call it? The bottom line is that you might choose to get divorced because that could represent the actual judge making the decision. Also within yourself, that you want to take charge of your own life. And the Emperor is numbered 4, and 4 in astrology, or I mean in numerology, is connected to Saturn. And it has to do with foundations, which makes sense if you think about a square and it being 4 sides, and that dealing with the stability issues in life. Because the Two of Swords, I could see somebody maybe feeling very kind of harried and like, as I see Virgos, like high strung, like, okay, what do I do now? So that's one possibility. And this is really, basically when I get a bunch of I said cardinal, major arcana cards within a reading, it's significant. I mean, I've only picked 3 cards here, but 2 of them were major arcana because they are not the majority of cards in the deck. So statistically, I should be getting more minor arcana cards, but they represent major changes. The minor arcana are kind of like the day-to-day things that are going on, but the major arcana can be major changes. So this suggests that you're entering this period where that is occurring. And so being able to see how a decision that you make can be the difference between feeling like somebody else is in control of your life or that you are in control is a huge thing. And so maybe there is something, and it might be a difficult decision. It might not be that easy to navigate and to accomplish, but it's going to produce the results that you want. So, yeah, that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I do astrology, I do the tarot, I do both in combination in some of my readings. You can find out more information at the link below. Thanks for watching. Bye.